I'm not good enough. I'm shit. I deserve to be treated like shit. Everyone who's supposed to love me will hurt me. It's not safe for me to speak up. It's not safe for me to stand out. I'm invisible. Do you ever talk to yourself like that? Most people do. When we're young, we take on unconscious core beliefs. Most of them are in the negative. We just didn't have the filter that would help us analyze and determine whether that was something that we should take on board or not. So all of a sudden they become truths, but they're mostly lies. If you have found yourself self-sabotaging, if you found yourself being open to love with an open heart and an abundant heart, and finding yourself pushing people away or starting fights, or if you've been trying to lose weight or maybe just have a few less glasses of wine, and your unconscious has this belief that it's not safe to stand out, then guess what? That weight ain't gonna drop off. I see lots of clients who have been in fabulous therapies with amazing practitioners for many, many years, and they have all of the tools and all of the resources that they need to overcome these problems, but it's conscious. And until your unconscious gets on board, you'll self-sabotage every time, because the unconscious has a job, and that is to protect you. And it's pretty powerful about how it goes about doing that, and also really stupid as well. So what if I told you that there is a way to stop this existing, surviving, sabotaging mentality and turn every aspect of your life into one that's thriving? Love, health, money, success, all of these essential elements to our life and the goals that we set for ourselves are led by our unconscious core beliefs. So do you want them to be limiting, or do you want them to be motivating and encouraging? Because we all speak to ourselves in really shitty ways, right? We don't look after ourselves. I don't know if anyone has ever said to someone they love, "You're shit," or "You're not good enough." Yet how many times does that internal dialogue happen? And it's just preventing us from being all that we truly are. I'm Vanessa Jarman, and I'm a clinical hypnotherapist and psychotherapist, and I'm a practitioner in the Richards Trauma Process, or TRTP, which is the most extraordinary therapy. And I'm going to help guide you. I'm going to help guide you to change all of those unconscious core beliefs to the positive. So suddenly from "I'm not good enough," it's "I'm more than enough and I matter." And introduce you to the truth of who you really are without all those lies that you took on as a small child. And just imagine, how powerful is that going to be when this negative internal dialogue turns to the positive, and your life is about to change in the most profound ways. We're also going to tackle any distressing events that you have had, because they're patterns as well. Once you start with distressing events, there is a pattern that forms throughout your life. So if you're somebody who feels like, "Oh, all my relationships just stuff up," or, "I just keep putting on weight," or I need to self-soothe with alcohol, even just phobias, stuff like that. Because the reality is, when distressing events aren't resolved, where do they go? Well, they come out in your body, because you're constantly in a fight or flight survival mode, constantly. There's so much adrenaline coursing through your body, so much stress cortisol, and the body is not intended to cope with having to survive that much and so constantly. It's not meant to be in that state. It's meant to be calm. and then have a stressful event and then come back down to calm. I'm going to get you there. I'm going to create your new future. TRTP is the most unique therapy. It's 3 sessions. Each session is 2 to 3 hours. It's intensive, but do it once and your life is about to change in the most profound ways. If you're not really sure, or if you feel a little bit uncomfortable about doing something different, then I offer a complimentary phone consultation. You may not be a candidate for this therapy. You might not be ready. So book in a consultation on my website, vanessajarmanhypnotherapy.com. Let's just have a chat. See where you're at. See if you're ready. And if you are, then I can promise you, you're in for a hell of a ride. And it is fabulous.